Once upon a time, on an island in the middle of the San Francisco Bay, there was a prison known as Alcatraz. It was a place where some of the most dangerous and notorious criminals in America were kept behind bars. Among the inmates were Frank Morris, John Anglin, and Clarence Anglin, three men who would go down in history for their daring escape from the Rock. Morris was known as the mastermind behind the escape plan, having a history of prison breaks and a reputation for his cunning and intelligence. The Anglin brothers, on the other hand, were known for their skills in thievery and were serving time for crimes such as bank robbery and car theft. For months, the trio had been planning their escape, carefully crafting a plan that would allow them to leave the island undetected. They began by using a homemade drill made from a broken vacuum cleaner motor to slowly chip away at the concrete walls of their cells. They covered the sound of the drilling by playing music on a transistor radio. What's more, Morris and the Anglins were able to obtain the materials they needed for the escape by using their skills in thievery. They stole a variety of items from the prison, including rubber gloves, raincoats, and even a concertina. They used these items to craft or aft out of raincoats and other materials that they had scavenged from around the prison. Once they had created a small hole in the wall of their cells, they used a variety of tools, including spoons, to widen the hole and remove bricks. They had to be careful not to make too much noise, as the cells were monitored by guards 24 hours a day. In addition to the papier-mâché dummies, the inmates also left behind a note in their cells that read, "Gone like the wind." This was meant to taunt the guards and show off their success. After several months of work, the three men had created a hole large enough to allow them to crawl through the walls of their cells and into a utility corridor behind the cells. From there, they climbed up to the roof of the cell block, using a network of pipes and ventilation ducts. On the night of the escape, the three men put their plan into action. They escaped through a hole they had dug in the back of their cells using sharpened spoons and other makeshift tools. From there, they made their way to the roof of the cell block and descended down a vent pipe to the ground. What's more, the escape from Alcatraz is the only successful escape from the prison in its history. Despite 14 other attempts, no one else was ever able to make it off the island. The FBI officially closed the case in 1979, but it has remained a popular topic of speculation and debate ever since. Once on the ground, the men inflated their raft and set off into the chilly waters of San Francisco Bay. They were spotted by a passing ferry, but were mistaken for fishermen and allowed to continue on their way. However, strong currents and cold water caused them to drift off course. The raft was later found on the shore of nearby Angel Island, but there was no sign of the escapees. The story of the Alcatraz escape has inspired numerous films and books, including the 1979 movie Escape from Alcatraz starring Clint Eastwood. It has also been the subject of documentaries, podcasts, and TV shows, cementing its place in pop culture history. In conclusion, the escape from Alcatraz remains one of the most intriguing and mysterious cases in the history of American prisons. It is a story of ingenuity, resourcefulness, and determination in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. The fate of Morris and the Anglin brothers remains a mystery to this day, with some speculating that they drowned in the bay, while others believe they may have successfully made it to shore and started new lives under assumed identities. In the years since the escape, several pieces of evidence have emerged that suggest the possibility that the men may have survived. In 2013, the History Channel aired a documentary featuring new evidence that supported the theory that the men had made it to land and possibly even started new lives in Brazil. Despite the ongoing speculation and debate, the official stance of the FBI remains that the escapees most likely perished in the frigid waters of the San Francisco Bay. Today, Alcatraz is a popular tourist attraction and serves as a reminder of the infamous prison's dark and fascinating history. Visitors can tour the cells and corridors that once housed some of America's most notorious criminals, including Al Capone and Robert Stroud, the infamous Birdman of Alcatraz. The story of the Alcatraz escape continues to captivate people around the world, inspiring countless works of fiction and nonfiction and fueling the imaginations of those who dream of breaking free from the constraints of society. It is a testament to the human spirit and a reminder that even in the darkest of places, hope and ingenuity can thrive.